Hey guys, this is David Basin Calls, and I wanted to go over some really basic learning to blow a speck call for guys who have never blown one before. This is the basic stuff. I'm going to use our Basin Ricer speck call, which is probably for the real lungy guys that blow hard. This is probably the easiest, and it's the best style of our grunt style calls, and I'm going to be teaching you that really quick because that's the easiest one to learn, is the grunt style calling. So hand position is very important. You take the call, take your index finger, and cover a portion of the hole. Start with about roughly a quarter of the hole covered. This is going to vary because that's going to be your constant back pressure on this call. And you take the rest of your fingers, lightly fold them down. Don't bunch them up tight, just lightly fold them down. You want a little bit of air space to come out through here so the sound can get out. You're going to, like you're holding a softball, cup your hand. Fit the thumb of this hand in the groove between the index finger and the middle finger, like that. And it holds just like that. Now we're going to go over a couple different styles. The first one, and the guys that seem to find this the easiest, is you're going to grunt like a monkey. Ooh, 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 ooh. Use it humming with your voice. Ooh, 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 ooh. Right here out of your gut. Ooh, 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 ooh. Now if you notice on the call, the mouthpiece is slightly beveled. That's so you'll get your lips up on the mouthpiece. Don't try to blow it like a duck call with your lips inside the hole, but get your lips up on that bevel. Put the call in your mouth, and that way you'll get a complete flow of air going through that call. So here we go. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. It helps if you hum in a little higher pitched voice about where I'm at now. Ooh, 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 ooh. What the grunt does is help the reed buzz, give that throaty buzz of a speck. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Now another way you can do it, for guys that have trouble humming or grunting into it, is just like you're blowing out a candle, but 2 bursts of air. Now, on air control, the easiest way to do this without wearing yourself out, continually blowing from your diaphragm, inflate your lungs up and hold them, just kind of like you're a bagpipe. And hold it right there, holding that air in your lungs, and then you're going to meter it out from that held air. In other words, you're not trying to blow each note from air you put into your lungs for that note. You're going to breathe in and hold that big reserve air and pop the air out in chunks, so you can make more notes without blowing yourself out of air. See, that was all from basically one lung full of air. The other thing too, don't squeeze down so tight with this hand, or if this finger comes across the hole, you'll get a sound like this. You hear it doesn't want to break over. It wants to go wee 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 wee. There's no sharp distinction between the notes. Like that. You want that nice distinction, not that wee wee sound. So if you're getting that wee wee sound, you're squeezing too tight. You need to open your inside hand up just slightly. Just open it up. Maybe travel that index finger a little bit out of the opening of the hole. Now, third way that guys can get this is by saying tee-hee, tee-hee, actually saying tee-hee, that sharp T, like almost like you're spitting. Tee-hee, tee-hee, tee-hee. Tee-hee, tee-hee, tee-hee. Tee-hee. That, a lot of times, is easier for guys to be able to get the basic speck sounds out of it. So remember, it's either tee-hee or And then, of course, you can combine all three to make different sounds in one run. I'm going tee-hee-hee, ooh, tee-hee-hee. So combining those two sounds, you get that little run. Another thing you can go do is learn to go tia hit, tia hit, tia hit, tia hit, tia hit, tia hit. Make sure that tongue finishes strong against the roof of your mouth. Tia hit, tia hit, tia hit, tia hit, ta, tia hit, tia hit, ta, 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 ta. See, taha is another little short, choppy sound you can make very easily with a grunt style call. And then also with the grunt call, the clucks, and then, like all of them, it's just a matter of going wit 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 wit. Wit 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 taha taha tia hit. And there you go. There's a basic arsenal of sounds you can have using your grunt style ricer for guys who are just beginning how to use these things. One thing I will say though, don't overcall. Don't overdo it. You don't need to be blowing continual notes at these birds. Just master one or two notes and hit them with that when you see them coming toward you. Tee-hee. And that's it. And just wait. And they'll answer back. And if they're interested in you, you'll see it basically in their wing language. They'll slow the flapping down. They'll start looking around. They may even lock up. And they'll start getting vocal. But you just keep going with the... just the simple one note, maybe two notes. You know, don't keep blowing your call continually at the specks. Because all that's going to do is A, tell them there's a hunter there, and B, show them where the hunter's at. Just simple stuff to get them to work around. When they get inside 150, don't blow it at their face. Let them just come at you. As soon as they turn and go to leave, hit them with a note. If they're down close, say they're down 60 yards or closer, and you're trying to turn them, like a 3-note mallard, you're trying to turn them and hook them back toward the blind to shoot them, or to land them, that's when you'd use just a little bit of clucking. Weet, 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 weet. Do that right at their tails or right as they're turning. Don't do it at their face, because again, they'll pick you out. But right at their tails. Just 5 to 10 notes at the worst, but usually 5 to 7 notes. Weet, 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 weet. And they just resist the urge to blow it in their face, because they will find you. And there you have it.